We're back in this room on these boxes. We had so much fun with these boxes and our 3 cameras last week that we wanted to get some new people in here because you guys were not here for the boxes and the 3 cameras.
The Apple Box fun times.
It was clearly a revolution of some kind because we're still doing it. Truly's real happy about it. So we're back for another roundtable this week. This week we're going to talk about universes. Whole giant universes, because one of the interesting things that happened this week is that Sony purchased a script for a Robin Hood movie, and they used an obscene amount of money to buy this script.
So you mean cinematic universes, not
Yes.
actual universes?
Not
space.
Not space.
Okay.
Space is totes bores.
Right. Space fatigue. Talked about this last
We talked
week.
about space fatigue. Yeah, we talked about that. So they spent a ton of money doing this script, and the rumor is that they're going to create a Robin Hood cinematic universe, which
Which means what? Like spin-off movies from the Robin Hood characters? Is
you
there
know,
like Friar Tuck?
Tuck and
has his
roll
own-
with Friar Tuck.
Starring Jason Statham.
Fried Tuck and
The
Maid
Tuck
Marian
Porter.
and Little Six Romp.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there really only
Little
one
Scarlet's
character?
little
anyone cares
Tristan, Georgia.
Look, if I don't get tucked by prom,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's,
there any-
that's the
Also-
initial reaction.
It's public domain, so I'm just gonna go make my episode.
I mean, theoretically, sure. Knock yourself out.
I mean, if you
But
make
Sony's doing it also.
they do have more resources. That's probably bad.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how that's
Maybe.
going to work out.
it would make more sense to do like an Agatha Christie universe, because then you got like Miss Marple and like Poirot together.
go.
Because at least there's 2 iconic characters in that universe. I can't think of anyone more iconic than Robin Hood in that universe.
And then
Oh,
there's
it's
Bang.
Will Scarlet.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
All the best Robin Hood movies.
definitely not Miss
Hang
Marple.
on,
Triple
hang on a
X.
second,
Well,
Tina.
The only thing sexier than a mystery is your body, Miss Marple.
But I feel like all the best Robin Hood movies have already been made. Men in Tights and Disney's Robin Hood. Done. Lock it up.
Prince of Thieves is pretty boss, too.
No,
Yes.
no. There was I read like a scathing diatribe of somebody who went back and watched Prince of Thieves,
See-
and it's apparently god.
Prince of Thieves is one of those movies that I'm just never going to watch again. Because I loved it when I was like 11
Right.
or whatever.
Was the last Robin Hood movie that one with Russell Crowe? Is that the
Yeah.
last one we
Yeah,
had?
that's the one.
See, they should realize they should
I don't
stop
even
now.
remember that.
Yeah.
Well, that one was weird because it
No
was
one saw
like
it.
inserting Robin Hood into like factual historical events,
Yeah.
like battles that really happened, and,
Okay.
and Robin Hood was around for all of that, according to
Lore.
hashtag Ridley Scott history.
There was a BBC show for a little while, and Robin Hood showed up in Doctor Who the other day.
Yeah, he's on Doctor Who.
For overall, yeah, it's a very bizarre choice.
Well,
Are
yeah.
there other main characters of that universe I'm not familiar
Well,
with?
there's the whole story with King. What is it, Richard?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Richard, Richard the Lionheart.
Is he the snake or is he the?
He's,
He's
the lion.
Lionheart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was Patrick Stewart in Men in Tights,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And Sean Connery in Prince of Thieves.
Nice.
And so you could tell his story at the Crusades.
I would imagine Little John's kind of a badass when he's on his own time. You know?
That'd be like making a Hulk movie, though, right? Like every time they try, it doesn't work. Little
Right.
John would be weird. And really, half of like what's joyous about him is his name and how it totally doesn't fit because it's so huge. Once you get through that part of the movie, there's not much.
It
after
totally
that.
doesn't fit. It's so huge.
So huge.
Once again, we're getting into the porn, which,
you go.
which I think is
I mean,
Rob-
you'd
Rob-
have to like what other properties take place roughly about that time? That's supposed to be like 1500 AD or something like that.
Aladdin. I don't know.
No.
I just wanted to say Aladdin.
I mean, a real shit version of history, like Hollywood history, probably puts that around the same time as Camelot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Arthur coming
Yeah.
in there, even though.
Yeah.
And then you have King Richard coming back to be like, King Arthur, what are you doing here? And that
Right.
wouldn't work too well.
No. So what else? I mean, obviously the Marvel. This is all Marvel's fault.
Right.
Can I point out one thing,
Kevin
please?
Feige.
This is actually the Fast and the Furious's fault. Because by Fast 5, that came out
Yeah,
before the
it's
Avengers,
true.
they had people from all the different Fast movies except, well, even 3. Because
Right.
Sim Kang was in it. So it's really the Fast and the Furious fault.
I would
with you.
argue that
I'm
it's
gonna
actually
disagree with you
Kevin
completely.
Smith's fault.
No, dude, because Fast and Furious is a
That's
huge
what I was
franchise
thinking.
now.
Universe.
The Askew universe.
Yes, yeah.
Then I guess.
Well, we don't care about you.
Don't worry. Yeah, you guys can talk about that for a little bit if you
So
want.
Kevin Smith is the greatest filmmaker of all time.
Because think about it. Fast and Furious went from like a little like kind of cool car franchise to a giant franchise.
But that's just sequels, though.
Yeah.
No,
that's
they're not sequels because like
They're-
Sun Kang was
they're
in
in the
3
same-
that had almost nothing to do with it, and then they rolled his character in the Vin Diesel character, and also like Too Fast, Too Furious had Tyrese, and that had very little to do with the Vin Diesel
Right.
core.
And there's the
It's
actual,
a shared
timeline
universe.
of it, which isn't just sequels.
Yeah.
Prequels and sequels and sidequels.
If I know two things, it's Bill and Ted and Fast and Furious.
Yeah!
But neither of those Fast and Furious movies was nearly as good as the ones that were.
There was the first one that was good. It was good because it had a few sequels, and those sequels were bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they did the one that's like, "Ooh, we get all the original parts back,"
Yep.
and that
Fast
was still
Furious.
bad. And then they did what was it? Fast Four.
Fast
Five
Five
was
is
the one
awesome.
in Rio,
Yeah.
and it became a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm just saying Fast Furious started it, and Marvel did some good stuff too, I guess.
I'm cutting around this that whole thing. That whole thing. So if we're gonna blame Marvel, if we're gonna blame Fast and Furious, if we want to blame Kevin Smith, whoever it is we want to blame, everybody's doing cinematic universes now.
Right.
The other rumors that went around this week is that because Fox had been saying that Fantastic Four and X-Men weren't going to be in the same world, and Deadpool was going to be kind of, now they're sort of saying that they're all going to be the same too.
Yeah.
There's going to be a TV show also that was maybe Quicksilver from Days of Future Past is going to be. So everything is
Factor?
getting more and more connected.
Yeah. I heard the TV show, the rumor is a TV show now is going to be
Cable and
X
stuff?
Factor.
Dude, I would love to see
and-
a Deadpool on cable.
TV universes are becoming a thing too because we have this Walking Dead spin-off that's in
Right.
the works, and as well the Breaking Bad prequel spin-off.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul, exactly. So
Flash and Arrow are happening.
But that's not totally new to take like a character and sort of spin
Right.
off a different.
No.
series.
exactly
That's-
because
that's the- what
spin-offs,
the
I
Tony-
mean,
Please
are
read
as old
Westfall.
as
Frasier.
Universe.
TV, basically a different world.
I mean, Happy
Oh,
Days
yeah.
built.
Happy
TV,
Days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars obviously doing it.
Yeah, they're doing
Too.
it.
Yeah.
And,
We got
But
another.
Star Trek
Godzilla.
isn't doing it.
Godzilla is doing it, right?
I think Godzilla is just sequels.
They're just
isn't it?
doing a
Is it?
sequel.
Because I thought they were doing the Skull Island thing.
That's King Kong.
Oh, but
Is that
Legendary
not-
does.
is it gonna be the
I think
same
Legendary
Is
does
that
both.
all the same? I thought that was all the same.
It might be.
Universe.
Legendary, I think, does own that, and Pacific Rim.
I don't know.
Can we make that happen?
Yeah.
Godzilla,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
King Kong,
Guys,
Pacific
stop it.
Rim.
all.
It's awesome.
First of all,
Combine
Legendary.
it all.
Just because you don't like awesome stuff is not our fault, Clint.
First of
That's
all,
awesome.
First of all, Legendary.
Deadpool versus Godzilla.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Oh my god.
Legendary's.
With
They would just-
Quicksilver icing.
It would just be
and
that.
Robin Hood. Oh my God!
Let's do it.
First of all, Legendary's logo is in front of like every movie that comes out.
Yeah.
Like they're just that weird little.
They're just like, we have
never-ending
cash
story
here.
looking symbol
Right.
comes up in front of every movie.
You've
So,
seen it.
Theoretically, I mean, combine everything.
Yeah.
Well, I know for a while Universal was talking about that shared monster universe, right?
That's
And
the one I was
that's-
excited about.
oh, yeah,
I wanted to
it's
see some
supposed
old
to kick
school.
off with Dracula.
Maybe,
Untold.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
everyone
happening
thought
with
they
that.
forgot, and now apparently, yeah, Dracula Untold is
Which-
the Iron Man of this universe, basically. I don't know. Is
I was
anyone
actually
excited
excited
about
about
these?
I was
Really?
excited
I'm
about the
excited.
monster. I mean, I
Yeah.
want some Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You know, like
I
let's
worry.
give me
I-
Frankenstein, give me Swamp Thing.
Isn't that
give
just a
me-
bunch of nagging Frankenstein though?
Very, very possibly.
It's
Yes.
like, don't go near that fire again.
You know you hate fire.
They haven't figured out Frankenstein for a long time, have they? Because like they tried to make him like sexy Frankenstein for a while.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, like
like
Aaron
I,
Eckhart.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, and it was like they don't know what to do.
Yeah, when that I Frankenstein trailer came out, I honestly thought they were kidding. Like I thought that trailer was a goof.
Right.
What if that's?
But that was a real movie that happened. Luckily, it made like $12.
Such
so.
a sexy Frankenstein.
Is Aaron Eckhart a sexy Frankenstein?
Oh, yeah.
though?
Well,
Yeah, he's
but
got
he-
the
I think that's what they
scars
were
just
going for.
strategically
yeah, he
positioned
didn't have
across
the
his
bolts.
chest.
Yeah, he was supposed to. Yeah, he was like the lover boy Frankenstein. That's the thing, though. There's never been like they haven't really done a great Frankenstein since Boris Karloff, right?
Right.
Like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein didn't pan out with Robert De Niro. I'm trying to think of like
Young
has there been a
Frankenstein was pretty good.
Young
Well, of course, but that's a parody. That's great.
Frankenstein.
But that's the thing, like, has there been a good scary Frankenstein movie since
Wasn't-
like the 40s?
Didn't Daniel Radcliffe play some type of Igor?
I don't
It was
think that's
focused
come
more-
out yet.
It might
Has
not
it?
have come out yet. I know it was going to be focused more on Igor was going to be the main character, and I think that's the thing about Frankenstein. It's like everybody. I feel like the pitch for Frankenstein is like no, but it's about the Doctor Frankenstein. It's not
Why
Frankenstein.
don't
it's
they
a monster.
just actually tell the story of Frankenstein? Because nobody has done it yet.
Well, look, man.
Oh, and POV.
Boom.
Found footage Frankenstein. Done. No, I kind of like I'm rooting for people to like go ahead, connect all these movies.
Yeah.
Like do
Why
it.
not?
Make
Makes it
just
more
do
fun.
But at
it.
the same time, nobody has sort of the oversight and the power to like build those movies properly.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to get in like actually make the movie, but you need somebody higher up
Yeah.
that's sort of
You
like
need the
looking at the
Kevin
full scope and
Feige.
be like, no, this is going to be really unpopular, but you got to stick somebody in there so that we can
Right.
build this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need the Kevin Feige or Joss Whedon of that
Mm-hmm.
world, you know?
And to a lesser extent, Simon Kinberg.
Yeah. And there's rumors that they might shoot Spider-Man back over to the MCU, which would be awesome.
It's such
see
a
that
waste of
happening.
Spider-Man.
I don't know.
I don't think
I
they
love the
will.
He's going to be there. It's going to be like, hi, guys. It's going to be like, well, why?
Make a few smarmy
Why?
comments, web sling, get out.
I think he'd be amazing. I think in the Marvel universe would be great. I just don't see Sony ever giving that up. I mean, there's so much
about a
potential to
year
make
ago,
money.
they said literally, we will never, ever, ever,
Yeah.
ever rescind
Yeah.
our rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the
Or I
rumor
guess
is
let lapses.
But in some
Which
ways,
is why they keep shitting out these
Isn't,
reboots
like,
whenever
yeah.
it's about to run out of
if they
time.
lease him to Marvel, wouldn't that bring more credibility back to the Spider-Man movies that are?
I mean, you'd
I don't
so.
think they
That-
care about that. I think they feel like, oh, we're gonna nail it next time.
Yeah.
That
You know,
And even if
like
we
I think
don't,
that's what they. Exactly.
Even if we don't, we're still making money. I mean, they're
Exactly.
still making money. It's not like they're,
Yeah.
you know,
No, I mean,
slipping
barely.
in boxes.
Though. Like those movies made a lot of money, but they spent a
they
lot of
cost
money on
a
them too.
ton.
Like
Yeah.
they cost a ton. They marketed the living shit out of those movies.
I can imagine worldwide though they do all right. I mean, they don't do well here,
Yeah.
but worldwide,
but-
I mean,
You know, if they were to spend less and make the same,
yeah. So also, how do you cut down the profits? You know, it's like how much of the Avengers 4 was
it would
Spider-Man?
be a mess.
it would be
an
crazy.
absolute mess.
And not
And
like
that level of cooperation, like at that high
Yeah.
a level in the
Does
studio
not
system,
exist.
is impossible.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Kevin Feige has said, they don't need Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They've already got all their smarmy characters. They can do Squirrel Girl if they want.
Yeah, they should do Squirrel Girl.
Which
coming
is
back
one
in
of the
comics.
few characters that has beaten Thanos.
Yep, Thanos. Yep, and she's got her own comic book coming out soon. too.
Yeah.
The Invincible.
That's
Squirrel
like I would
Girl.
love it. Hey, how's that Wonder Woman movie coming? No, we're just wrapping on Squirrel Girl.
Everybody loves it. We've got so many friends.
Marvel, Squirrel Girl.
But you could have like
it's
Emma
all in
Stone
there.
or somebody great playing Squirrel Girl. They could
Yeah.
actually make Squirrel Girl work.
So you could have Emma Stone or somebody great.
Yeah, those are your only choices.
Well, what else? What else do we want to see become?
I got one.
Cinematic
Oh, I got a
universe.
few.
I got one. I got one for sure.
I got a
All right,
list.
so I for a long time have really wanted them to reboot the Resident Evil franchise because I love the video games, and I think they've done a commendable job for video game movies. But I think it's time to reboot, and I think if they could do it like the video games, where they have like one movie with like Chris Redfield and Jill
Yeah.
Valentine, then the next movie has Leon Kennedy. But I would love to see that, and
But
they
that-
could.
that
do
would
it.
have
They've already
to-
established that.
Yeah, that would
in
have to be
video
a
games.
complete reboot. What's something that we haven't seen?
But they
before?
need to do a complete reboot. I mean, at this point, there's like no point in these movies. They're now going to do a seventh one, kind of. And
Well,
it's
they got to
like,
wrap it all
okay.
up, right?
Yeah.
Do
but
they though?
Well, I think
That'd be fun.
the Stephen King verse. I mean, they keep talking
yeah.
about doing the
Dark Tower.
Dark Tower series, but they haven't done it, and that connects all of Stephen King.
Really?
Like everything, The Shining, it's all connected through the Dark Tower series.
Huh.
And because like he shows up in everything, And
I don't know.
Yeah, the clown. He shows
No,
up.
I mean, I know.
Pennywise
it
shows up in
is.
everything?
Yeah.
Pennywise is, but-
He just
Yeah.
shows
He
up like
creeps
in the
me out.
latest novel,
Including
like
my night.
in the latest novel that Stephen King wrote. The main character is like walking after having time traveled a bajillion times. He's walking by a street and he hears Pennywise in the sewer,
Oh, no way.
and he's kind of
So
tempted
cool.
to go check it out. But he
Did
doesn't.
somebody say clown? No.
What about like Hanna-Barbera? Can we just get like
Oh,
that
Archie.
movie, The Avengers, with like Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
and, like
yeah.
Deputy Dog and all these characters in one movie?
The Scooby-Doo
Great.
verse.
Yeah.
The problem is they're all rip-offs of one another.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like Speed Buggy is literally Scooby-Doo with a different voice.
Good point.
I was just gonna say, and then there's the shark one, which is also exactly the same thing.
They're
But just-
banned in that.
Going back to Mila Jovovich and what she's gonna do, that reminded me of The Fifth Element, which reminded me of Luc Besson, which
Yeah.
reminded me of Leon, and that is the universe that I would like to see.
Boom.
There you go.
Can you add Nikita to
Well, yeah.
Leon?
Sure.
That would
Definitely
be
like
awesome.
the Leon Nikita, the Transporter series.
Yeah.
Luc Besson
Great.
and Europa Corp. They've got The Professional.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
the film Nikita. They've got Taken.
Yeah, Taken.
Oh my
Space
God.
They
Prison.
got
Oh, they've got
Transporter.
the Space Prison
Yeah,
pieces.
my god, this is gonna be a great movie.
We can see them all in the future on the space prison.
Totally. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Some kind of
dude.
time travel elements
This
all
is good.
together.
This
You're
is
a
good.
brilliant lead.
I think one of the things, I don't know about the film rates on this, but like, you know, Alien, Predator, Avatar, Terminator, Blade Runner,
So it's just-
what else?
Wait, just five?
I-
Just every
Prometheus,
movie that.
all out of this Wayland universe.
Yeah.
Wayland Utani.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They're the actually usually like the driving force behind the plot.
Obviously, Alien and Predator because they already did.
Yeah, they had
Which
Alien versus Predator.
AVP, talking about Paul W.S. Anderson, AVP, I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
real.
the first one was
It was
great.
real dumb. It was real dumb, but
Is
I was
that
there.
his?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That movie has my favorite worst moment in the movie ever when the main girl and the Predator fist bump.
Yes.
It's the worst thing in cinematic history,
Yeah.
but it's
I
kind
just
of
love
it's
to
the
go make
only
a
memorable
gif of that.
moment. Though.
Right.
It's funny because at any point Disney could do a big thing with any of their
Yeah.
characters.
That is
Pixar.
sort of like the nuclear option. I feel
Yeah.
like. That's like there's like a mutually assured destruction thing going on. It's
Yeah.
like at some point Indiana Jones and Howard Stark are gonna have an adventure together. You know, like
I just meant like the princesses.
Yeah, like-
And,
Oh, the
and-
prin- oh, no, I was
and
like-
Simba
That's what,
can
isn't
show
that
up.
once?
They're all gonna
the
be in
TV show
Ghostbusters.
once,
Sort of, yeah,
They-
exactly.
yeah, once is
So they
doing
could
that,
do, like
and
the
then
animated version.
Grimm is sort of doing that with fairy tales also.
Yeah.
Can we get Monsters Inc. to be
Yeah,
like
well,
with
they-
Wall-E and the Incredibles?
There is that
There's
idea
a
that
theory.
Pixar is all in the same universe.
Right.
All the Pixar movies are in the same universe, and all they would have to do is one where it actually combines it. You know.
In the,
Well, who
in the-
knows? Maybe that new Pixar movie is the Emotions one, because the
Oh,
trailer certainly
yeah.
seems to be a mashup of all their other movies.
That's the trick. We thought it was
Yeah.
a sizzle reel, but actually it's
Really, they're
this
just
is all gonna be in the movie.
confirming this is all one universe,
Right.
and here's where we're going.
And they could all be fighting the house and up because it's haunted.
Right. Because the house and up is sentient and evil.
It's exactly
Yeah.
like V'ger in the original Star Trek.
How do you fight
there's
a
an-
house?
Exactly.
Obvious one that
Exactly.
we're overlooking is the Star Trek universe.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, and I think there's been some nerds online talking about how cool it would be, right? Because you got the Next Generation, you got Enterprise, and you've got Voyager, and all
Well,
that.
well, yeah. I mean,
like
next
all these
gen,
characters, reboot them all and just have a field day, man.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager were all at the same time.
Right.
They were all going out exactly the same time. with
They
Enterprise
were
being the
interacting
prequel.
with each other.
Yeah. Well,
T, what do
they
you
got
think?
They got the JJ. They got the JJ machine, though, don't they?
I was thinking about pizza.
Nice.
Pizza. That could be its own
Pizza.
universe.
Pizza of the universe. You got sausages, and you got pepperonis.
And you got the mutual
Peppers.
threat of the Ninja Turtles eating them all.
They all come
Exactly.
together for
Oh,
Pizza
there
the
we go.
movie.
See, now we're
Oh,
talking.
With
see,
Usagi Ojimbo.
that's the thing. Ninja Turtles. Aren't there a bunch of characters?
Yeah,
in these
it's a
movies?
huge universe.
Come on
and then you can
now.
have like the Krangs come in.
They could probably like buy the rights to Battletoads for like $18 and put them in.
Oh man,
And Street Sharks.
And Street Sharks. Oh my God, Street Sharks is the most psychotic show that
A
has ever
Battletoads
existed.
Street Sharks movie.
Oh my God, Street Sharks. If
The
I
most
could.
blatant ripoff I have ever seen in my life.
If I could see a live action Street Sharks, that would be it for me. I would
I-
never need anything else.
I literally have no idea what Street Sharks.
Oh
is.
my God,
it
Street
was
Sharks is
a
the best.
blatant ripoff of Ninja
Is it
Turtles.
just Ninja
where
Turtles
it was
except
like,
it's sharks?
It was
They were sharks.
anthropomorphized sharks who like walk around above
Yeah.
ground and
See,
they
I
wear
s-
like cargo pants.
I've had that.
Yeah.
It's the best.
No,
They're all
like,
like
I
shirtless
never knew
beach
that was a
dudes
real
with, like,
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I think one of them is even like a surfer bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what happened.
my God.
Four
Yeah.
brothers, right? Four brothers were captured by an evil scientist and turned into shark men, okay? And then this is what happens in the pilot, okay? They turn into shark dudes. They spend about 10 seconds being horrified
Yeah.
that their lives are forever changed and they're sharks. 10 seconds later, they're like, "Jawsome!" And they high five. And then they just fight crime. Not just that. They try to stop crime, but they swim through the street and
Yeah.
destroy all the streets.
Oh, they
because
swim
destroy-
through pavement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their
No, you
dorsal
can't do
fin
that.
destroys the pavement.
It's outrageous.
It's the best. It is early
I've
90s,
literally,
the
like,
best.
I've literally had a nightmare about sharks that walk around.
Well,
at night.
Oh
yeah.
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 That's scary. I think there's a thing where like any movie that you want to see remade or rebooted or revisited in some way, it's like, yeah, just make it a whole universe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I would love
Well, that's
to
probably
see,
why they picked Ghost in the Shell.
I would
for-
love to see The Last Starfighter.
I know, I love that
Again.
movie.
Yeah,
But it's like,
Great
as a
movie.
There's no,
universe.
there's no reason to make that a universe.
The Last Starfighter, then the next Starfighter.
Actually,
the Starfighters.
The prequel called The Second to Last Starfighter?
I think you could make
Penultimate
a more,
Starfighter.
You could make a more interesting Last Starfighter movie now, because think about it. The idea before was like there were all these video game machines, right? And they were the ones that the aliens were seeing like, oh, this person can do it. Now it's like it could be a game that's on anyone's tablet or cell phone. So you get this weird cross section, all these bizarre people like 8-year-old girls and like, you know, soccer moms, like the Guild, but they
Yeah.
So
actually
like
become
Ready
like,
Player One.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there you
If
go.
it's anything like the people who talk to me on Xbox Live, it's going to be like a 9-year-old kid.
It's gonna be a lot of
a
racist
really
9-year-olds.
racist,
Yeah.
homophobic 9-year-old
Yeah.
who doesn't know what he's saying,
Yeah.
but he's going to save the galaxy.
I just learned this word and I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it a lot.
T, anything?
Still pizza.
Still pizza?
Yeah.
T and the Boys.
Tea and the
This
boys.
fall on CBS.
You know, I gotta say, I'd love to see more stories in the Ghostbusters universe that aren't necessily Ghostbuster stories.
Yeah.
Or Lady Ghostbusters.
Oh, it'd be like the Ghostbuster video game, right?
And we
Yeah.
Spun off this whole really cool, like,
The most
side
recent one
story.
from a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole
All
side
about
story
the Shandors and everything.
Yeah, and like the thing is, the Ghostbusters universe could easily tie in Lovecraft's Cthulhu world because they
Honestly,
directly rip
that's
from
what
that.
needs to
and
be-
Then you get into this bigger, like Lovecraftian thing of this, comedy horror stuff.
I don't know how nobody's developed.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, like the whole
Cthulhu's a big
Lovecraftian
universe.
And it's all public domain.
Somebody,
doesn't-
no,
doesn't
not
the-
all of it.
No?
Cthulhu's not public domain yet.
Doesn't Guillermo del Toro
Somebody
keep
owns
trying to do that,
Cthulhu.
though?
Could
Yeah,
Godzilla
Del
fight
Toro-
Cthulhu?
Yes.
That would be the best.
I
amazing.
didn't realize
At
somebody
the
even owned
space
Cthulhu.
jail.
And obviously Cthulhu would win.
prison! Cthulhu versus Godzilla!
Where Space Jam is happening. That's what I'm real saying.
Now that's a universe.
That's the universe.
This universe.
Anything else? Any other universes that we're just dying to see?
I mean, Stargate was doing it for a while.
Stargate did a real good job.
And did a really nice,
Yeah.
Oh,
they did it
they're
really
doing
well.
Harry Potter, right? Aren't they doing
Harry
that
Potter's
weird,
doing it,
like,
the Fantastic
prequel
Beasts and Where to
thing?
Find
Yeah.
Them.
So
Yeah,
in a way,
the
they're
Harry
sort of building a
Potter
new
verse.
verse of that. Remember they tried to do Freddy vs. Jason for a while? They wanted to
Yeah.
open up
Right.
that big universe.
Yep.
Because it's funny, because doesn't Michael Bay own like all those movies now?
And
Platinum
all
Dunes.
OJ.
Platinum Dunes and all
Platinum
that?
Dunes has Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th,
Oh,
Nightmare on
yeah.
Elm Street. They could
Jeez.
totally do a monster mash.
Just do
Slasher.
one giant
Slasher
slasher universe?
mash.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be cool.
Freddy vs. Jason is ridiculous.
I
sure.
love that movie. As
Yeah.
bad as it is, I kind of love it.
So I feel like we're missing some really obvious
Yeah.
and significant universe.
I would love to see all the Verhoeven movies connected.
Oh, Basic Instinct and RoboCop.
Forget about Basic.
Yeah. It's Starship Troopers.
And Showgirls.
Totally, Showgirls.
It's like it takes you from the present to the future.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be.
I always thought RoboCop should have been a sexual thriller.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Can you imagine RoboCop?
Well, because he's got
So erotic.
he's got the hard drive thing, but
Yeah.
he's got something else.
He's got a dick. RoboCop's got a dick. You
got
trying to
it,
say
right?
RoboCop doesn't have a dick?
I don't know if he has a dick.
He's got a robo dick.
He didn't in the new one. Did you guys see the new one?
Yeah, he was
He
just-
had lungs and a face,
Yeah,
and that was it. That was it. Poor guy. Poor Alex Murphy. You know, I don't think this is possible, but I just want to combine some like the best Michael Bay movies together. Like I want like Bad Boys to be with like
The
Con
Transformers.
Air. I don't know if Con Air was even him, but I want it anyway.
Yeah, Con Air was Bruckheimer,
Transformers.
but not
That's
Michael
Oh my God!
Bay.
Can you imagine the
Bruckheimer
Bad
verse.
Boys fighting the Decepticons?
The Bruckheimer
That's what
verse.
they
That'd
gotta
be
do.
great. That's what they gotta do.
That would do well.
That's
That would do well.
Top Gun and
Will
Pirates of the
Smith.
Caribbean.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's the Bruckheimer verse.
Now, if you go
Oh,
the Gore
Bruckheimer verse, that's a good
Verbinski
one.
verse, you can get the little girl from The Ring and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
All
It's
together.
true.
Yeah.
That'd be
We're
something.
making
Yeah.
magic in here, people.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
magic.
We're just mashing things up.
Exactly.
We're just-
At this
That's the
point,
point of it, right?
We kind of glossed over one that you had earlier, which was Archie, like the Archie. comics.
Yeah, the Archie comics,
Which
which
has a
I
lot-
keep hearing that they're gonna do a movie. But then
I don't
it's
know,
just
but
like,
they've got,
we're
like-
gonna do a movie, and then they don't.
They have Sabrina the Teenage Witch in there, and they're doing like
Yeah.
the weird zombie stuff now.
Yeah.
and, like
Yeah.
you know the Punisher showed up in an Archie comic book
Yep.
once?
Really?
Yeah. That was good.
That
That was
cray.
good stuff.
Yeah, Archie's,
Yeah.
Archie's a big
nobody
deal.
survived.
It was ugly. It was gross and it was bloody.
Dark Horse verse, that would be a lot.
The Neil Gaiman verse.
What about
the
yeah, if
Gaiman
we're
verse.
just if
Paul
we're just
Thomas Anderson verse.
yeah.
There will be blood in Boogie Nights. Make it happen.
together.
I like Paul Thomas Anderson.
You know, we need finally the Tarantino verse crossover. Movie.
I was gonna ask,
He always
does
keeps
someone
talking
actually
about it.
want that though? That's something
I feel
everyone
like there's
talks
a lot
about.
of film
That would be
geeks that would
the
want
most
No.
pandering,
Yeah.
disgusting movie to ever come. That would be worse than Jay and Silent Bob
Yeah.
Strike Back.
I think Quinn would hate himself in the middle of making
Nothing
that
is
movie.
worse than James.
He would feel disgusted. He would have
Yeah.
to take 1,000 showers
Yeah.
to feel clean after
What
that.
about just doing a sort of WKRP in Cincinnati, except with K Billy's Super Sounds of the '70s? Just like a radio station sitcom that connects all of the
That'd be good.
Tarantino-verse.
There aren't enough radio sitcoms anymore,
Yeah,
are there?
there's no radio
Look at
sitcoms
those.
Matthew
They
Perry
could
had one.
finally.
So you
for a
don't. So
minute.
you don't want Django versus Jackie Brown.
That would be awesome.
Like
Ooh.
it's old
Django gets in a
Django.
time
He's like
machine.
her grandpa.
Yes.
Right?
Naturally.
Shows up Southern California. in
Go on.
2011,
I'm with you.
I don't know when.
Death Proof kills Hitler.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Hitler's at that play, and then a car just drives through the wall.
I'm trying to figure out where I can fit the bear Jew in.
Yeah, almost nowhere. This is hard.
This is really difficult.
This is a hard one to write,
Can I
you
bring
guys.
John Travolta back?
And then then we should probably also do just the Kiefer Sutherland verse.
Sure.
Just every role,
Every
every role
one
he's
is
ever
like,
played.
yeah.
and then you get into the
No,
Cageverse.
20,
Nick
24
Cage.
and
like
Young Guns
Young
and A Time
Guns,
Lost
to Kill.
Boys.
Jack Bauer having to track down
See.
the clan member from A Time to Kill.
I'm thinking the film rights aren't
That'd
going
be
to work
something.
out on that one.
No.
Remember
The point is, Kiefer plays all the roles again.
Yeah, that's
It's everybody.
Remember that 10-year period
Sounds
before?
like a great one.
Yeah, yeah. And he's also the vampire. He's also one of the Lost Boys.
Oh, David, the vampire.
Yeah.
You remember there's a 10-year period before 24 where Kiefer played nothing but scumbags? He, killed Sally Fields' little girl in a movie, and he was, a serial
Few Good
killer.
Men. He was terrible
in
in A Few Good Men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Freeway, he was a serial killer. Good times.
Dark City, he was like a weird sycophant.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
weird scientist with, syringes and stuff. Exactly.
I gotta go watch that movie again.
yeah, it's good.
Remember any of that?
A little over the top.
That's great.
All right, well, that's plenty from us. I'm putting aside. We're
More
just
than enough.
honestly, we're just making shit up at this point. So let us know what you want to see as a cinematic universe down in the comments below. Click like and subscribe. Come back next time for more movie news on Cinefix Now, right, you guys?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we'll have an actual room to be in next time.
Yeah,
This is technically a room.
Yeah.
it is. As walls, ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, over
It's
at
got a door
DreamWorks.
over there.
Kung Fu Panda. Dragon.
Kung Fu Panda. Left behind.
Guys, I
obviously,
did the
so-
outro. We're done.
We're leaving.